Well, the city of Albuquerque and its police department are no doubt a little anxious this morning, waiting to hear exactly how hard the U.S. Department of Justice will come down on APD.
And what is unveiled could lead to an overhaul of the department. The DOJ announced its investigation into APD a year and a half ago. Tomorrow morning, it will talk about what it found and recommend changes. The DOJ is expected to work out an agreement with the city to make those changes. Now, similar situations in other cities across the country have cost as much as $55 million to implement. We will have full coverage on the DOJ's report into APD. The DOJ will hold a news conference Thursday morning to release its findings. Keep it right here on KRQE for the very latest. We will also stream the DOJ news conference live online at KRQE.com. You know, we have gotten a hold into some other news of a recent 911 call made from a college dorm right here in New Mexico.
Yeah, the story's getting a lot of attention on KRQE.com. This is after a man was found shot to death in a dorm in the southeastern part of the state. We know this happened Monday night at Eastern New Mexico University's Roswell campus. A man called 911. We're going to let you listen to part of that call, and you can hear him saying he had pulled the trigger and shot somebody.
911, state your emergency.
Yes, two men came in my house and attacked me and I shot one.
2 men?
Yes.
Did the other guy have any weapons?
They acted like they did, that's why I pulled my gun and shot the one.
Investigators say they are interviewing witnesses and will not say if the shooter or the man who got killed went to the university. So far, investigators have not arrested anyone in this case. Well, a man accused of raping a child may be hiding out in Albuquerque this morning. Gallup police say this young man, Jeremy Madrid, broke into his ex-girlfriend's home in early February and sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl. Officers think he is driving a red 2008 Pontiac Grand Prix four-door sedan with a New Mexico license plate here, 163RZT. Police say Madrid often goes to biker functions and may also be riding a yellow 1999 Fat Boy motorcycle with flames painted on the tank.
Parents in one Albuquerque neighborhood say they are fed up with their kids' school bus being late. Parents of student bus riders to Sierra Vista Elementary School say it's happened at least 3 times since January. They say their kids are left out waiting for 10, sometimes even 30 minutes.
When it was really cold, that happened, so I just went with my friend, and then her dad took us to school.
Now, no one from APS would go on camera, but a spokesperson tells us there have been problems with that bus arriving late. We're told recently a substitute driver did not show up, putting that bus at least 30 minutes behind schedule.
The former Bernalillo County investment officer will not be on the ballot this November as a candidate for state treasurer. A district court judge ruled Patrick Padilla here does not have enough signatures to be on the ballot. The ruling comes after John Wertheim, this gentleman, another candidate for treasurer, challenged Mr. Padilla's signatures. That leaves the Democratic nomination for treasurer between Wertheim and former state senator Tim Eichenberg. The winner will face Republican Rick Lopez. Mr. Padilla quit his job with Bernalillo County back in December. You might remember it's after critics lashed out against his long-range investments, the investments that stuck the county with some big losses. The protection of an endangered big cat could result in a lawsuit against the federal government. 2 environmental groups say the U.S. Department of Agriculture has failed to keep jaguars and their habitat safe. The Animal Welfare Institute and Wild Earth Guardians both say officials in wildlife services are using traps and snares to target jaguars. However, federal wildlife workers have recently said they want to set aside habitat in New Mexico and Arizona for the jaguars. The big cats have not been seen in the wild in New Mexico in 8 years.
A former corrections officer is being honored for his bravery 34 years after the New Mexico prison riot. Luis C. DeBaca was given the Medal of Honor at a ceremony yesterday in Albuquerque. Department of Correction officials say that he displayed courage back in 1980 when inmates took over the state pen in Santa Fe. C. DeBaca rushed into the prison's control center. Inmates began breaking what was supposed to be unbreakable glass there. Within seconds, C. DeBaca and another officer managed to escape.
All those individuals go into an area that they don't know what they're going to be dealing with. And before you know, they're caught in a situation that's dangerous. At that time, you don't think about it. You do what you got to do.
During the riot, inmates hunted each other down, torturing and murdering 33 prisoners in all. The prison was closed down in 1997.
An aircraft manufacturing firm from Australia could be on its way to Albuquerque after a company here just bought it. Last year, Seeker America, part of CSI Aviation, donated a Seeker aircraft to New Mexico State Police. Seekers are called light observation aircraft. They're built by Seabird Aviation, that was out of Australia. They're designed for police patrols and for surveying, maybe a little search and rescue. Now Seeker America has acquired Seabird with plans to move manufacturing to the U.S. Seeker hasn't said where to build the aircraft, but good news, New Mexico is in the running. And if you're in the market for a job, today could be your day. Certainly hope it is. Hundreds of jobs are going to be up for grabs at the Partnering for Success Career Fair. That goes on from 10 to 2 today at New Mexico Workforce Connection on Mountain near Edith. Dozens of companies, including the Air Force Nuclear Weapons Center, General Mills, and Canon, the photography camera company, hiring hundreds of workers. Tweak that resume, put on your best suit, and good luck. There's jobs at some of the casinos, Santa Ana, Isleta as well. So
that's great.
Yeah,
great news on
that
this
is
Wednesday
good news,
morning.
and we are told at least that they are actually hiring for these jobs, not just have the postings and companies
Right,
never
they
really hire
actually
for
have
them.
positions to fill.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you.